Good morning, family. It's time for news you can use. This is the day we've been waiting for, family. We are kicking off the MAD movement by making a difference in the lives of parents throughout the city. If you are the parent of a teenager, join us today at 3 p.m. to be inspired and empowered. You don't want to miss this. Every Monday night, we have a service called Monday School, and it's all about breaking the word down so that even the child can understand. Join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And don't forget, we're going to honor February birthdays with cupcakes from the restaurant. We need all IBOC members to send us your name and birthday to birthdays@ibocchurch.org. If you haven't heard, God is doing some amazing things at our church's school, the University of Dreams. Every day our kids are speaking, performing, singing, and overcoming their fears. And our staff is full of fantastic people who are building the kingdom as we build a strong educational foundation. And this Wednesday, you've got to make plans to come to our Black History program. Come see what God is doing this Wednesday at 6 p.m. And that's your news you can use.
Good morning, IBOC family. I'm Brother Antoine.
And I'm Sister Tamika Edwards.
And we are parents of a teenager.
Dun, dun, dun. No, really, seriously. When you have a child, you know, you're like, oh, this is my baby, and I want all these things. And then they grow up and you realize, oh, wait, I had a person. And so one of the hardest things is to realize that, you know, I can want so many things for him, but ultimately, he is going to be his own person. And sometimes it's hard to remember that you can take him and you can train him and you can equip him, but ultimately, he gets to choose.
In some situations like ours, there may be a blended family. So it's important, it has always been important for us to not only have a unified front within the house, but the parents that are not in the home, we all need to come together as a collective unit to make a unified front to help and support and raise this child, so the child and the teenager knows that no matter where you go, you're gonna get the same consistent message.
So some might think, as Christian parents, you have perfect children and there's no issues.
That's a hard no.
Wait, no. Woo. If anything, you have to work harder to make sure your response is within the vein of a Christian's response.
I agree, because at our ministry, the children are receiving the word right alongside us. So they can also note and notice when you are acting outside of the word. And some of our children are more vocal and will call you on it. So it's an accountability system that helps us grow as a family together in the word.
So the MAD movement. Some might see it as, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. But for me, it's a continuation. It's what we've always done. It's what our pastor has always done. He's always made a difference. I'm glad that it's not just an IBOC thing, that it's available for everybody. Because when you're a parent, you feel like it's your responsibility for everything that happens to that child. And some things you just don't want to say to someone else because you feel like they couldn't relate. They don't know. When in actuality, we're going through the same thing.
Even if you have a son or a child that's a teenager that gets it all right, I think there's still an opportunity for you to be there, to be a support system for somebody else that, like me, that maybe didn't have the example.
You might have several children, but you'll only have one of that child. And it is worth the time it takes to make a difference.
See you at 3 o'clock.